thing that I've realized most recently is how important it is to love yourself and to love yourself so hard. There's like a piece of hair that's just like, that's so funny. It's, it's so important to love yourself. Like, I've never realized the depths of what it means to truly love yourself, and just recently I've really have a good grasp on what it means and what it entails of. I always find myself stressing out. I always find myself getting lost in the weeds and not giving myself the proper attention that I need, or just relaxing in myself and in my body, and it really is almost second nature to sacrifice those things for things that are external to me. So when it hit me, it was when I realized I'm making videos wrong. I really realized, who am I trying to please? Like, who am I trying to, what guidelines am I trying to adhere to that are forcing me to be uncomfortable in a way that isn't even benefiting me? So it kind of made me realize that I just need to let go and have fun and like just enjoy myself and enjoy every step of the journey. So I really just allowed myself to have fun, and I realized just how important it is to be within yourself, to really just relax into your body, to understand the things that are important to you, whether it be self-care for yourself, physically or mentally, being comfortable in your body. Enjoying your presence. Oh my God, I wish I could explain just how deep I mean enjoy your presence. Like, when people say it, I don't think it's such a hassle to explain things with language, because I can't. This is why I'm even attempting to make this channel, is because I need to focus on my communication skills, because it's so hard for me to explain things verbally. I need to, like, through communication, through language, I need to be expressing myself through feelings, because that is like, I wish I could communicate to you in feelings what I mean, because it isn't something that you just do and you're like, okay, I do love myself. I am loving myself. Like, in that tone, like, if that makes any sense. Like, people go around, oh, I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. I take care of myself. I do my self-care. I read my book. I give myself breaks to watch TV. Like, good for you. You are nurturing yourself and loving yourself in the physical realm. But it's so beyond that. Like, you need to be connected to yourself. You need to have like a mind, body, soul connection to the inside of who you are, in order to be able to thoroughly, confidently, and knowingly be able to love yourself. And I think me gaining the challenges of everyday life, of the things that I've had such trouble with in my life, of just accepting people letting me down, all the time, right? And that is something that made me finally look inside of myself and find that bond, that expectation being reciprocated by myself. I am the one who is able to meet my expectations because I am myself. Like, and and when I apply that logic, and I'm sitting in myself, and I'm lovingly doing the things that I like to do. Like, I do like to take care of myself. I for some reason deem it as a non-priority, which is why it's so difficult for me to, like, I neglect myself. Um, and I do like to take care of myself, but I deem it as a non-priority. So instead of doing that, I'm choosing to prioritize myself, choosing to prioritize my health and well-being on a physical level, and I do so in a ritualized manner. I'm doing it very intentionally. I'm not just rushing through and cleaning, like, just like, I don't know, washing my face, putting my skincare on, throwing on any outfit in the world, and just saying like I mean, I do that sometimes. Sometimes that's what self love is, you know. But like, when you have the ability and you know it's in the right place for you to really intentionally be lovingly splashing your face with water, lovingly putting that toner or that serum on your face, and feeling the glow of your skin after doing so, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you, and really just affirming that I am me. This person that I walk around in every single day is me. And I love being me. I love being in this energy, in this body, and being able to emphasize with and being able to emphasize empathize empathize and being able to empathize with it, like, being able to empathize. It's so important to give yourself time to adjust to loving yourself. It's so important to give yourself the opportunity to actually integrate and revel in the feeling of just being in your own body, and like attuning to what you are working on and what you are trying to create for yourself. And if you don't do that, like, you're just doing half of the equation. Yeah, you're putting in the work, but are you really feeling it? One thing I've realized, especially when I started drawing, it's so important to feel what you are drawing. Especially, I've realized when doing gesture drawing, like when you're drawing the poses that a person makes, it's more based off of the feeling of what does this pose strike within me, and how can I create that into a line. You're feeling it and you're also drawing it physically, and that is the whole action versus just doing it and not feeling it. Like, it's so important to make sure you're at least feeling it first. Like, that is more important than actually taking the action, I feel. But it really depends on who you are. It's really better to just relax and to be in my own be in my own being, and just speak whatever I want. And doing so when the emotion is attuned, it's so right. It's the right way to go about it. And I'm so glad that I was able to see this now. And I'm pretty sad that I missed opportunities to really just vent and give people the advice that is pretty useful. But you live, you learn, and I'm proud of myself for realizing it this early in my journey. It truly is better to spend time with yourself and to get to know yourself, get to experience yourself, because you cannot do that with other people around as much as you can dive deeper when you're by yourself. It is so essential to actually recognizing the right way to love yourself. The universe will give you trials and will clue you in on what you are missing in the equation. It will, if you ask to love yourself, it will show you people who are going to be disappointments, basically. It will show people who are not giving the love that you expect them to give. It will show people not even recognizing your true potential. It will show everything that is the opposite of what love can look like. And it will force you to look within and to recognize at the end of the day, I have me. I have my body. I have my soul. I have my thoughts. And I have my love. Unconditional love is so necessary to train yourself to have, and then gradually leading to others. To love yourself without any limitations, to truly find it within you, to see the things that you view as flaw, to see the things that you view as imperfect, and still find it within your being to just say, and I still love you. And we can incorporate this. And we can still make it work because I love you. Why would I let this stop me from loving you? We really treat ourselves like we're the worst people sometimes. We give ourselves so much judgment, so much criticism. For what? For what? We do that because we aren't capable of seeing what other people do. We aren't capable of viewing somebody in such a warped manner as we do ourselves, because we are with ourselves 24/7. And especially if you don't have that established love within yourself, you don't have a reason to say, okay, and I still love you, because it's not something that's trained. And I really feel like it's a trained skill. Anything in this world can be learned. Empathy, hate, unconditional love, peace, war, it can all be learned. And in that moment of believing something to be absolute, we have established that as our reality. So within us, seeing the people around us, within us doing it our whole lives, our parents doing it, because it's a chain reaction, we see judgment as a necessity to improve ourselves. We see judgment as a way to what it really is peer pressure from yourself and from others, but we see it as a tool to wake us up with a cold bucket of water instead of waking us up gently and us being rejuvenated when we wake up versus sluggish and alert and all hot and bothered. It's really a stark difference than just moving on and being like, and it's okay. I still love myself versus I can't believe I did this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like it's such a, and then judging yourself constantly over and over and over again for a mistake that is only natural of humans to do. In this day and age, so many things are pushed so heavily onto us. It's no wonder that people decide to rebel against truth. That was off topic, but anyway, what I wanted to say is take a look at a relationship that is unhealthy, that is, it's like a roller coaster. You have to worry all the time about how they'll treat you. You'll have to be hurt if they say something that is just completely out of pocket. You're basically, you will bend to their every whim if you allow it to happen, and your emotions fluctuate like crazy. And you know, a lot of emotions are like this. Let's take love aside for a second. Hate is like this, where it will fluctuate. You'll be blinded by hate. You will react not at all like you would if you were calm. And then there's fear, which will make you act to the absolute extreme, avoiding something that isn't even that scary in the first place, but it will still push it away from you and make it seem like it's Mount Everest compared to you. It's extreme. It's a roller coaster. And then there's something like bliss. Oh, even happiness is in that category of roller coaster. You feel absolutely overjoyed. You feel absolutely overjoyed about doing this thing or getting this item or seeing this person, but it does fade. And when we look at the other spectrum, we look at bliss, we look at unconditional love, we look at creation. It is a steady and stable force. It's something that comes and it gives you a fluid moderation, balance is the right word, of feeling, of positive feeling, of home. It feels like home. It feels normal in a good way. And I wish I could emphasize what I mean. It's so stable. It's something that will be more pleasing to you and reap more benefits than if you were to go through this roller coaster of dopamine versus stability, which there is, I can't believe I don't remember, but there is a specific chemical that's activated when we have this stability. Yeah, so stark difference. First of all, you need to detox yourself from all of that roller coaster BS, because that is not going to help you. That is an addiction that will keep you wanting more. And when you decide to walk away from it, when you decide to step away and try something different, you will find the true treasure that lies within existing, within being in yourself, in this world. When you love yourself, you are able to appreciate people way more than if you were able to appreciate way more than you were way more than you if you did not understand why you love yourself. To have the understanding of what it means to love a human being that is the closest to you. Who is it? I wonder. Yourself. So you need to start there, and then you will be able to have such a more positive and loving outlook on the people around you and the things around you, the experiences that you go through. It will start to be beautiful. It will start to be a whole different reality if you just choose to take the time. And it's always so complicated when people explain it. But it's really important to remember that it is not that complicated. It is something that is a personal journey. As long as you seek the answer, as long as you look for what is blocking you from truly loving yourself, and as long as you trust yourself and you take those actions forward to find the love that is necessary and deserving of you, you will find what you are looking for. And it can be easy. But you cannot force it. You cannot look for it outside of yourself. You cannot expect the universe to just hand it to you. And you also need to remember that it is going to be a chaotic ride to get there, but in a stable way. It's fascinating, but I just can't explain the intricacies of the journey. And it's something that you will understand when you decide to take on the journey. Okay? I love you. More coming soon.